Hello team and welcome to another ATP Geopolitics video with myself, Jonathan MSP. So Ukraine War News Update, second part thereof for the 18th of November 2023. This is just a military aid section because I have to go out to my son's football match. And so I'll do the geopolitical section a little bit later. So I'm going to rush through it. Finland has approved a 20th military aid package for Ukraine worth approximately $108 million. The contents of the package are undisclosed for security reasons, not unusual for Finland, according to Finland's Ministry of Defense. To date, Finland has pledged $1.6 billion of military aid. Awesome stuff. The Netherlands is to provide €2 billion in military aid to Ukraine in 2024, according to Reuters. That's massive. Holland have really done a great job over the war in supporting Ukraine. The decision means that support for Ukraine in the war against Russia remains unwavering, according to Dutch Defense Minister Keizer Ollongren. Fantastic. Emmanuel Macron. I love this, and I hope it comes to fruition. Macron has announced negotiations with Switzerland regarding the re-export of weapons to Ukraine. During his visit to Switzerland, the president of France has said the negotiations on the re-export was ongoing and voiced an optimistic forecast. Imagine he can liberate 100 Leopard 1s. That would just be brilliant. Anyway, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Estonia sent humanitarian aid to Ukraine. It includes 4 buses provided by a private donor, which will be deployed to Kharkiv and Zhytomyr. Fantastic stuff there from Estonia. And France allocates, I should have had this before, France allocates €12 million to support Ukraine's healthcare system. Funds will be used to finance the mental health projects, enhance cancer diagnostics, and rebuild medical facilities in Chernihiv Oblast. Right, moving on to the US. Sadly, US Congress may not approve new aid package for Ukraine until mid-December. There's talk that it's going to take a month now. There is some silver lining to the cloud, though. It does look like the vote will go through according to some analyses. But it's still, it's dragging, a case of dragging heels here. Details. This raises questions of Washington's ability to maintain the flow of arms with both the Biden administration and the Ukrainian government considered vital. Ukraine supporters in Congress are fighting an uphill battle over a large aid package that is not connected to binding bills that would prompt swift action. The earliest Congress can wrap up negotiations and pass new aid to Ukraine is mid-December, almost 2 months after Biden first requested $61 billion for Ukraine. Senators from both parties plan to work in the coming days on an agreement on an aid package for Ukraine, along with US border needs, which they could vote on after Thanksgiving and return to Washington. Chris Coons, a Delaware Democrat with close ties to Biden, said, quote, "We need to push ourselves to negotiate over the next week. The Ukrainians are running out of fuel, weapons, and ammunition." He said Congress should, quote, "act on a timeline that's going to matter." It's really important that happens, but goodness me, 2 months worth of delays. Wow. A Pentagon is urging congressional funding for Ukraine and Israel support to strengthen US industry and worker prosperity, ensuring national and international security. This is interesting because the Pentagon is now starting to use arguments that have a political appeal as opposed to national security appeal. In other words, come on, guys, this is desperate. So we're going to start giving you the arguments why we should produce aid and give aid to Ukraine, because it will give tax dollars and jobs and etc. Okay, it's raining Lviv maybe, but it might be because 100 plus British farmers have just turned up to donate 4x4s to the Ukrainian armed forces. Can we get a huge thank you and lots of love for those amazing Brits, please, says Richard Woodruff here. This is fantastic. 100, I don't know the details of this, but British farmers providing 100 SUVs for the Ukrainian armed forces is a magnificent statement. Excellent stuff from those guys. Quote, "In December, there will be a conference of Ukrainian and American industry, government officials, and other public figures, all those who organize the provision of our defense. We are preparing for a rather powerful event," says Zelensky. So that's good news going forward. Hopefully that can bring up some unified pledges of assistance to Ukraine. And finally, in this rather quick update, Serbia would like to take part in the reconstruction of Ukraine after the war, says the Minister of Infrastructure of Serbia. Interesting one there, because they very much have a ultra-nationalist kind of brewing faction in Serbian politics. There's a lot of Russian influence there. This is Serbia saying, okay, we might not help with military aid so much, but we're happy to get involved in reconstruction. Obviously, could be of benefit to them financially. Anyway, that's a military aid segment. Take care, and I'll speak to you later with the geopolitics segment.